I would like to briefly mention a factor which is of crucial importance to the dedicated esoteric student. One must understand that esoteric knowledge in its essence is very symbolic in nature, and because this is the case, one must bring their own awareness to reflect this if they are to form any kind of genuine understanding. For one to most efficiently navigate this symbolic abyss of esoteric/occult knowledge, they must gradually instill themselves with a symbolic state of mind through which they can more accurately fathom the material. This symbolic state of mind grows stronger as one progresses and will manifest as a sort of intuitive discernment when researching and forming understandings. Without this factor, it is as if one is running blindly through the jungle. Through this state of mind, one will be able to pick up on the common underlying knowledge/concepts of which all areas of life are built upon, whether it be religion, philosophy, psychology, science, media, spirituality, or even just everyday occurrences. This symbolic nature ties intimately into the very fabric of existence, therefore all that we know reflects this at its core. Mankind itself is a symbol of the divine, a symbol representing an embodiment of many other symbols, archetypal energies. Reflecting upon the years prior to one's awakening can be an incredibly revealing process. When an individual looks back on these years with the newfound perspective that they have gained thus far on their path, they are able to view the bigger picture much more clearly. One will notice the significance and symbolic nature of past events, relationships, and experiences in general, realizing that there were forces beyond their comprehension at play behind the scenes, which were preparing them for their inevitable awakening in a unique and intimately personal way, spiritually, psychologically, and physically. Before one's awakening, they were oblivious to these unseen influences, until through various circumstances and connections made, they come to embody the heightened degree of awareness necessary to start perceiving them directly in a number of ways. Once this happens, the individual can begin actively participating in their own spiritual development, and it is at this point that a very significant change begins to occur within them. When an individual becomes aware of certain perspective-altering factors, such as the constant presence of spiritual entities within and around them regularly, they have no choice but to adapt their own nature, thoughts, actions, outlook, etc. accordingly to reflect this. They must integrate. This is why it is important to be mentally and spiritually prepared as much as possible before this happens, for even if one is not ready to have their idea of reality shattered, it will still happen nonetheless. As an individual gains knowledge, deepened awareness, and new abilities, they will gradually learn to see through their default nature, what one might refer to as their persona and/or reactive self. In a way, they shed these default functions, so they may embody their higher, ever-growing awareness. More and more every day for the awakening individual, life becomes an entirely different and enhanced experience, one that is much more intimate, in-depth, and of a higher quality than previous to their awakening, a realization and gradual seizing of one's divine potential.